Hello, and thank you for joining us with Dying of Exposure Through the Mill, a live play D&D series, custom homebrew Western fantasy RPG from Dying of Exposure. I am your game mommy, Steve, and I'm going to introduce my wonderful posse. Let's start at we'll go with my, as I look on the screen, bottom right gesture. This is super hard to do backwards. Let's do the Coyote Man.
Hi, Steve. Thanks so much. My name is... I'm Josh, and I play Trapper.
Hey, Josh.
8'1"
Circle
Coyote
hits the
Man.
square. That's an irrelevant
definitely.
reference to all of the millennials and Generation Z watching Twitch.
No, that was a thing for millennials too.
Was it?
The Hollywood
they
Squares
had a
game.
remake in the early 2000s, I think.
Yeah, with like
That's-
Gilbert Gottfried,
Oh, yeah.
like Whoopi Goldberg.
Gilbert Gottfried's
Oh, yeah,
on
that was the thing.
TikTok.
That
Also,
makes
I'm a druid.
Immediately derailed and excellent. Let's jump over to the half orc, Barry.
Hey, my name is Brandon. I play Barry, the half-orc barbarian.
All right, and since I'm already kind of leaning in this angle, what about the tiefling?
Hi, my name's Camille, and I play Patience Pratt, the Tiefling Wild Magic Sorcerer.
And
I wasn't prepared for that.
And over to our Tabaxi.
My name is Selene. I play the Tabaxi rogue archer, Velvet Star.
And then we're going to go to the Dragonborn.
My name is Daniel. I'm playing or otherwise known as Dandy, playing a Dragonborn Paladin that's a Gila monster.
And last, and certainly not least, is the
never.
Bugbear.
Hi, I'm Greg. I play Skataki Skato, the Bugbear Ranger.
All right. Let me make sure that we've been streaming, I suppose, is the first step.
That would be really good
Sure
to
that
know.
We've been streaming. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, we are.
Yes,
Been streaming. Yeah, there we go. There, let me mute it. There we go.
that's
Uh,
At least
good. 'cause I-
video for a Brady Bunch reference, you know?
Yeah, no, I don't do it because I'm really bad at it with this whole like reverse turns and stuff. I don't do inverted controls on my controller. But let's get to the campaign recap. So in last week's episode of Through the Mill, we had a little bit of sort of further discovery, further unwinding. We had a little bit of conflict with the law. We had a little bit of potential threat zones, some lying and deception, and some insertion into an investigation, which was a really good play, in my opinion, from the Posse to get themselves lined up. Trapper managed to charm his way out of having any real paperwork to do, continuing the Posse's unfettered record of not filling out a single line of paperwork for the local law enforcement. And
I would say hashtag white privilege, but my character's a Coyote Man. And they are pretty racist against him there.
they
Apparently.
they seem to be. There it is. Need my beverage. Nonetheless, and then we had the group pretty much split up into two groups, kind of the classic split, where we had Krav, Barry, and Star go back to the Caspi farm to discuss with them and find out that they'd already started destroying their various goods. And we had the rest of the group, Patience, Skataki, and Trapper, go to Grace Hope Church and run into Molly, or Grace Molly Hope, the proclaimer of the local chapter of Grace Hope Church. And there was in both cases, there was some potential Kanku following and tracking. And then we left off essentially with I believe it was Patience that passed out on the ground after taking a sip of some breakfast liquor from Molly. And
it's polite. It's polite to take breakfast
and
liquor from friends.
Trapper smelling some crow feathers. And over at the Caspi farm, we have we have Barry and Star recognizing that something's up. Ma and Pa Caspi talking about the fact that they might have been revealed, and Krav being locked in a bathroom. So this is going to be a combat episode, and it's going to be kind of tough and interesting, so forgive me if I accidentally screw up the stream layers here, but I'm going to be running 2 separate combats with battle maps across web play onto Twitch. So, we'll find out. So let's get started here. We're actually going to start in Caspi Farm. So we're going to say, Star, you said that you would be, the entrance was here, and y'all were in kind of the kitchen living room area. Where do you think Star would have posted up in here during this conversation?
Oh, what I was saying is that I was getting to the exact back opposite wall from where they are. So like directly diagonal as far back.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're here because one of them's up here and one of them's over here. This is Ma Caspi. This is Pa Caspi. And they have revealed themselves as Kenku, but they have not attacked yet. So
I can't see anything on the map.
Yeah, we
yet.
can't. Yeah, you're just showing Twitch. We don't see the map.
Oh, let me switch over to the map. Boom, right there.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Thank you. This is why I share it out to the group now, so that they can correct me when I screw up. So yeah. So as you can see, I've sort of centered Star around here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Around the middle, and then Barry, I figured you were probably sitting kind of near or around the table or standing, because that's kind of where they took you to discuss. And Krav, you are locked in this bathroom. You've just been locked into the bathroom, and Krav had clocked that this room was a locked door that seemed like it had a heavy lock on it, and it seemed like it might go to like a basement or like something. Understand this map is not custom created for this. I will have links and shout outs to the map creators that donated their maps through battle maps on Reddit as samples at the end of the episode. But for now, where do we line up? Where do we Barry, I think you had mentioned before we got started that you said, well, we haven't fought yet, so it doesn't have to become a battle. So
because I remember them saying, hey, they don't seem like bad guys. Was I think the last thing I remember you saying.
Yep.
So I guess Barry will go, what the hell is this? Where are the Caspies?
It's the Caspies have been on vacation for quite some time.
Are they safe? Are they unharmed?
Oh, yeah, of course. We've never laid hand nor feather on the Caspies.
Okay, does he seem like he's telling the truth?
Roll insight.
I was about to ask the same question. Yeah.
That's an insight roll right there.
16.
Oof.
Joke's on us, they are telling the truth. They just sound super shifty.
You can tell that they're not telling the truth.
Oh, so he's lying about the Caspies have been harmed.
Yeah. They've either been harmed, they're not on vacation, or both.
Something.
Can I
Either way,
bust out of the door, Game Mommy?
You can call me Steve, but I like Game Mommy. I like the
No,
title.
you're Game Mommy.
Game Mother.
Game Mother, may I break down the door, please?
Yeah. Roll.
I can tell you're full of shit. So show us where the Caspies are right now, or there's gonna be trouble.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, there's already trouble, boys. And you don't necessarily see all this. Oop, not that one. This window up top. You don't necessarily see all of this, but you do hear the rustling. They're not trying to be sly. Suddenly, from rooms and deeper in the hallway, you can see that you can hear that there are more in the room. For audience and viewers' sake, you can see that there are other Kenku. But the crowd doesn't know that, but it's safe to assume since there's a bunch of Kenku around. And so,
right.
Indeed, And then
So we should just take out the Chuck E. Cheese ones. Then.
Ma and
Those
Pa,
do look less friendly.
yeah, they do. Ma and Pa Caspi, hold on. We might have a momentary interruption in both our call and this. I am going to potentially change my what I'm connected to here. Give me just a moment.
Yeah, I'm
Barry
already
knows
like
what boys mean.
leaning back and
I
drawing.
mean, I'm sure
Drawing,
Barry's
readying,
been the
aiming
guy who
crossbow.
said boys before to someone in his posse.
Boys.
There we go. Oop.
Boys. Boys. There's a lot of different ways to say that, though.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
clear.
There are a lot of different ways to say boys. I think we're back up on the stream finally. Okay. Just in
Fantastic.
case there are problems
Talking about
with this,
ways to say boys.
just in case for those watching, there are ways to watch this. I'm also locally
To
recording
say
this, and it will go up to it will go up to the YouTube. So if we run into too many stream problems, we're just gonna play, and then if you don't see it, I'll just post it on the YouTube. So for anyone happening across these streams, you can catch up there. Nonetheless, I'm having weird bandwidth up issues, which might be related to the fact that I just upgraded my internet, so it's punishing me more. I don't know why that would be the case, but you know, Comcast. Never calling them Xfinity.
I've heard there's been some like problems across the nation with internet and phones recently.
Yeah.
Comcast themselves were having issues.
Yeah, so if we continue to have problems, you'll get a clean episode, but I'll keep forcing the stream until then. So I'm going to have this group roll initiative. Well, I go over to the counter and start.
Ouch. That does not match what I said I was doing.
I got 5.
Oh, I got 11. I'm like sitting here, like I'm poised, I'm ready. I'm in the back of the room. I've already got my crossbow drawn and aimed. Boom, 11.
Okay, got that up. I'm just getting everything all lined up here. Probably should have done this before we started, but I forgot. This is not the one I want.
You bastard.
That's okay. We know how to fill dead air with chip
All right.
crunching, perhaps.
We sing show
Echoing.
tunes. No.
Running counter.
Talking shit, but I'm definitely eating trail mix.
All right,
now,
what
so-
was your Star? What was your initiative?
I got 8.
I had 11.
And I got 5.
Krov had
Somehow the
18.
guy in the bathroom is ahead of the game.
Right.
And then we'll go down to my
Ironically, he
people.
rolled a 2.
Shout out to the D&D Beyond Encounter Management. For those two, and that's for those. Awesome. So they would have 9 and 9, and this one would have. How much do they have? This one has 11. Okay. All right. So, unsurprisingly, Krov, you go first. So you've damaged the door already, or you're pounding through it. Do you want to? I assume you want to swing again.
Yeah, I want to bust out of that door.
Okay. Bust on through that door.
It's 24
You'll be
for the
surprised.
attack.
You'll be surprised to know that hits a door with very low AC.
Are you? Thank Christ.
It's actually a
And
27 AC
10
door.
10 damage.
10 damage, bust
Yeah,
through it.
yeah, wait. What? It dodges. Fuck.
The door is super
it
super
parries-
agile.
It parries and reposes. It has
Parries.
Yeah.
take 5 damage.
You know
For
what?
some inexplicable reason,
If
the
the-
door
if the
handle
door-
like starts wielding a rapier. Ah.
If it was a mimic, it could do that kind of shit maybe.
Yeah, we're not at mimic sections of the game yet.
It would
Okay.
be just like a mimic, though, to mimic the door to the bathroom.
I have to take a pee. Fuck a mimic! Everything in the bathroom
Like,
is
no,
a mimic.
damn it!
It's a mimic bathroom. So Krav,
It's a
you
mimic
bust through the
toilet.
door.
Oh, God.
You still have move action, bonus action if you want to take them. Ma Caspi is right there and is like,
I
oh no!
do, actually. I'm going to cast as a bonus action. I have a spell I can cast. What is it called though? Shield of Faith. It's going to give me +2 to AC.
Excellent, good, because
Nice.
as we all know, Kenku have amazing attacks, and I totally will be able to hit your already too high AC for the Good work. Okay, after Krav is Star. Star, you are next.
Yeah, so crud, who am I? You know, if I'm hearing a bunch of commotion in the back, I'm thinking I'm gonna aim. Sorry, I got pulled away for a second. What happened with that? Krav just broke through a door.
Krav broke through a door, can't really move through the enemy. Cast Shield of Faith on themselves as a bonus action. And everything.
Okay, cool.
And so Ma Caspi here is
just making sure.
blowing
So
away.
I'm thinking of aiming for that cat, basically. Do I get an advantage with them focused on the door breaking in front of them?
Let's do. I'm gonna do opposed. Just roll.
Oh wait, no, never mind. Krav's within 5 feet of them. It
Yep.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You should automatically get.
You don't get an advantage, but you still get your sneak attack damage.
Yeah. If it's not advantage, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's and that's +5, right? Yeah. So that's 21.
You are probably unsurprised that hits.
Right, and that hits for 9 damage.
9. Okay, 9 damage. Yeah, mark that down on them. Oh. I need the damage to go. Because I was like, why isn't it doing it? So they are at 9 damage. Yay! Buttons. Next in the order would be all of the other Kenku, I believe. Yeah, they're at 11. So they go right after Star. And so they're all going to move to close. The doorway is preventing them from getting too close. Yeah, I don't know what's going on for my upload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so there is a bit of a bottleneck here. And that's all that they can do because they don't really have good line of sight or angle on anyone that they can easily attack. So then we will move to Barry.
Okay, I'm going to rage as a bonus action and leap across the room to attack the nearest Kenku to me.
All right.
And he's like, enough with this shit.
I completely forgot to use my bonus action.
Okay, so go ahead and move me up to that Kenku. I don't know which one is that Ma or Pa Caspi.
Which Kenku was it that you wanted
That
to
would
go?
be Ma.
The one closest to me.
Oh, the one that closest to you is Paw.
Okay.
Ma is over
Oh,
there.
it is Pa. I thought it
They're
was the other
essentially
way
the same.
Okay, I rolled 21 on my damage, on my attack.
Okay.
And I hit
yep,
for 18 damage.
18. Jesus Christ, 18 damage. Good fucking God, 18 damage.
I rolled a 12 on my D12, and
Yeah, that's 18.
I have +6 to my damage while raging. So
All right. All right. And now, finally, Ma and Pa Caspi get to go. And they get to do things. What? Weird. Okay. So the first thing that Pa Caspi is gonna do, he takes that hit and he's like, "Oh, well, that's not very friendly. I need you to do a wisdom save." So he is going to cast Charm on you.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
shit.
And that's
but
on
don't I
Barry.
get an advantage on that save if they are threatening me?
I don't think he struck you yet. I don't know if it's threat or
True.
not. Let me read it. You attempt to, it must a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if your companions are fighting it. Okay, your companions are fighting it. So yeah, you do get advantage.
21.
That will work. And then he's like, don't you just want to just talk this out? And then when it clearly doesn't work, he's like,
Call your goons off.
He goes, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that. And just immediately just reaches out and hits you with a little. Well, he doesn't hit you. He goes to try and hit you, I should say, with his little knife that he had tucked away in his wrist.
Aw.
And that's not going to be enough to hit, and so he misses you. And then he's like, "Ah." And then he, at the end, well, I'm gonna wait for it. At the end of his turn, Ma Caspi. Fuck, I didn't line this up very well. This is bad DM planning on my part. For the villain action that they have. We'll wait on that then, because they can't do anything. So Ma Caspi takes a disengage. Disengage and disengages from that situation there to like open it up.
Oh shit.
To open it up, and she goes disengage, then 1, 2. We're gonna say
Do I get an attack of opportunity for that?
she
no,
disengaged.
because I disengage.
Oh,
That's,
I see.
Yeah,
I
and
see.
so then rather than doing
That's the action. I gotcha.
option, and goes, let's say here, so that she takes no more things, and then and then we get to Pa Caspi's thing where he has somebody. You know what? No, we're gonna wait on that. And so that's the end of their turn. We're back to the top of the order, and the top of the order is Croft.
All right. I will occupy the space that Ma Catsby vacated.
Yep.
When I bust through the door and I like the Kool-Aid Man and I roar.
Yeah.
And I'm
Classic
gonna raise
Kool-Aid
my
Man.
hammer and I'm gonna attack the Kanku to my icon's right.
Thank you to your icon's right. All right, swing at him.
I got a 21.
That hits.
And 8 damage.
Ooh, 8 damage. Definitely hits him. Definitely looks like it hurt him, but they're still standing. And then finally, Ma Casby goes, "You shouldn't take that," and immediately triggers them to be able to roll an attack on Croft.
Bring it.
So they swing at Croft. What's your AC at currently?
20.
Oh my goodness. So they have a saber. And they have a saber, but they hit you. Because I rolled high enough for them to hit you. And so then they attack you. Where's my D8? Or a longsword, if we're being technical about it. Actually, I already said D8. So they get you for 6 damage. And that resolves the bonus villain action for Ma Caspi this round, as well as their extra attack, and then we get into Star.
Okay. So basically attention's back there. What's that? I'm gonna say I'm gonna back off of that whole scenario over there. I'm gonna go to the opposite corner, to the side of the dining room table.
All right. You're there.
And then I'm gonna take a shot over here at Pa, who's probably not doing all that great anyway.
Mm-hmm. Not with that 18 damage he took.
Right. And I just got a 23.
That'll hit.
So that means that he's gonna take another. God damn, getting awful fucking rolls on these damage dice. 5 damage.
All right. 5 damage.
That's out of that's out of 20.
Well, it makes the combat more dramatic. Think of it that way. And so
sure, exactly.
Okay, so that's your damage.
I'm hitting
roll
with
and your
my whittle bolts.
Your whittle bolts, the soft boy
What's that?
bolts. Do you? That's your attack.
Oh
and
shit!
your move.
No, I actually forgot on both of those. I get a +3 on that. I'm sorry, so it's 8.
Oh, it's 8 damage. Okay, 8 damage.
Yeah, and technically the other one was 12, but I don't care.
That's an extra 2, basically, or 3 damage.
3.
Yeah.
It's an extra 3.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll add it. We're good.
Yeah, my bad.
No problem. So that was Star's turn, and now we get into the Kenku's Kenku foot soldiers' turns. Just to let everyone know, I'm not using Kenku stats for these. They are Kenku, but I have beefed them up. So that guy gets there. This guy gets right here.
No way!
One,
What are we ever gonna do?
2, 3,
Beefy
4.
birds.
These two.
We have a
can't
lot
get
of beefy birds to kill.
These two can't quite get there. So these two are going to attack.
2 on 1.
And they are going to swing at you. That's going to be a miss. That's going to be a hit. And he realizes that he should be using... Both of them realize they should be using their longswords with 2 hands, because they don't have shields or anything. That they can do more damage, hopefully. And so that's a solid 6 more damage to Krav from those 2 attacks. And before their turn is up, I believe it was Ma Caspy's villain action that triggered the 1 attack. Now Pa Caspy will also yell and tell one of them to attack again. And they miss. So all those are resolved, and we get into Barry's turn.
I'm gonna look to Paul Caspian and was like, you guys were so hospitable before. What the hell changed? And then I'm gonna recklessly attack him.
Yeah, you are. And you're probably
I roll 18.
Yeah, 18. Hold on. Let me. Yeah, 18.
Actually, no, it didn't roll with advantage for some reason. So let's see if my other one was not. Okay, no, 18 was my hit.
18 hits it hits Pa Caspy.
Oh my gosh, I hit for 18 again.
Ooh. Pa
Again.
Caspy goes down. As you might imagine, getting so much damage dealt to them very quickly, and he's like, "No, my turn." Pa Caspy goes down. Good job. However, I don't think they take an attack of opportunity for moving into your range, just out of it. So it is Ma and Pa's turn.
Yep.
Ma sees what happened, goes, "Oh no." And goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts themselves right next to Pa, and decides to throw him a little potion. Pulls the potion out as an object interaction, pours it in their mouth. Roll this. All right, and they pop back up, almost instantly, and then Ma Caspi then tries the old charm trick on Barry again. It's like, son, you need to just calm down. You don't need to be doing this. So roll a charisma save with advantage, or wisdom save with advantage, Krov, or Barry.
Ooh. 7.
All right, and so
Well, it looks like I'm friendly with them now.
yeah, so you're friendly, which means you won't definitively attack them if they hit you.
I'm friendly with Ma.
with Ma Caspi, and she's like,
If they hit me, I get to make a save again.
Of course. If they hit you, if they hit you, I believe it breaks. I might be wrong, but they do look at you and they're like, maybe we can just talk about it, and they pick up on that, and so they're like, maybe we can just talk
then
about
call off your.
Yeah.
I'm like, if that's the case, then just call off your friends and we'll sit down and chat about that.
And so that will be, since that's the end of the second turn there, going to be where we leave off on that fight, and we're going to go over to the Grace Hope Cathedral. Grace Hope Cathedral. All right, so we've got Trapper and Patience. Patience has fallen instantly unconscious, not down to 0, but asleep. And Trapper is there, and then down below in the previous room in kind of the upper echelons, the map didn't have like a second story transparent thing, but we're playing that Skataki is up on the second floor, kind of looking down at the situation. This is what Skataki sees. Skataki, I am going to have you and well, actually, no. We're going to start with Patience and Trapper. So Patience just dropped down to nothing. Trapper, you just smelled crow. What do you do? What is your reaction seeing Patience go to sleep instantly or go unconscious instantly? I think you might be muted, Trapper.
Yeah, both you and Camille are muted.
Yeah, I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, sorry. I was muted.
Yeah, okay. So what does Trapper do?
God, I mean, I think I wild shape.
Just instant wild shape?
Like, instantly I know, like, she just drank that drink. She just was affected by it. Yeah, I smell crow. I know that Kanku are shapeshifters.
You're not thinking the Patience just needs a little nap.
Just and goes down real quick.
It's been a long, like 24 hours, 72 hours.
Yeah, wild shape. Is that an action or a bonus action for Trapper?
So what would it be? I think it's. Is it disguise self?
No, it's not.
No, I can never.
Wild shape is not the same.
Yeah, give me.
Sorry, I'm gonna shift. Yeah, here we go. I'm shifting into my combat form. It's an action.
Yeah, it's an action. So you can move, but you can't like immediately attack at this moment. We're not quite in initiative yet, but I'm playing it sort of like, it takes you a few seconds to wild shape. So then they would obviously be able to react to that.
Well, I guess if I could play it out, I was gonna shift into sort of like a very monstrous looking cougar, like a dire cougar.
Okay.
Dire panther, and just like assume like a pounce stance and growl and at the I forget what her name is, Molly, and see what the reaction is.
All right, so you growl,
well, and then my turn is over.
You growl, and Molly just looks at you and she's like, whoa, what's happening? What happened to my friend here? What? You just turned into a giant cat. We all need to calm down. Roll a wisdom save, Trapper. And since you don't 100%, I'm going to play it that you don't 100% know that they're being attacked yet or you're being attacked at all. So just a regular single dice roll.
All right. That is a. Do I use the beast modifier for wisdom or mine?
I think your mind stats stay the same. It's only your physical stats
Yeah,
that
your
change.
mind stats are fine.
Perfect.
You can use your mind stats for your save.
So I'm 16 and I rolled a 12.
16 does it. So you immediately, and I'm going to play that not only do you recognize that, but that allows you to roll with advantage on insight to see if this person is pretending to be confused.
Oh, see, I rolled a 2 and a 7.
That's
Plus 6, 13.
okay. I'm going to roll their deception. No, you do not know yet if Molly's actually a part of this or not. You, outside of the room, Skataki, you see, and I'm gonna move the window down here. You see that.
Oh, thank God! I forgot you were there, Greg.
You suddenly see that, and they're not going to go far. You suddenly clock that all these things that you suspect aren't human are slowly moving kind of in a unified direction, and this is not something you need to roll perception for because you were in the military. You were literally a rifleman in the military. This is the kind of stuff you would have looked for and everything. So you see that they all begin moving for a direction. This random person does not. Right now, they don't actually appear as Kenku to Skataki. They're just normal. But you clock these 6 people, kind of these 6 that I've moved kind of toward forward and a little bit into the direction of the back office here. Skataki, do you do anything at this point? There hasn't really been a sound or anything that you could see.
So I'm going to beat in on the frontmost bird and
this one right here.
Be ready to pull the trigger into the back of its head.
All right, and then we're going to play that Molly goes and runs over to here. I'm going to have you again, Trapper, roll an insight check with advantage. Never let it be said that I don't give kind of fair things.
18 plus 6, 24.
You see that Molly slips a dagger out of her cuff as she kneels down looking like she's supposed to be seeing if there's anything wrong with Patience. And so now, Trapper and Patience and Skataki roll initiative.
Oof.
Do I have time to let out like a wild
Natural
cat?
20.
It depends on the initiative.
That doesn't help me even a little bit here, but it's cool.
It depends on the initiative. I got a 6.
Give me just a moment.
Oh wait, plus 2, 8.
Which one is this one?
Do I get an extra attack for natural 20 or can I rewind time?
Yeah, you can do that. That makes sense. So Skataki, you have a 20. Patience, what did you get for your initiative, Patience? 10.
I'm at 24.
Oh, 24. Jesus. And then Trapper, you got an 8.
Yes.
I'm gonna say that one would be a, what is it? It's a 13. And then for the rest of them is a 11 plus. No, I don't want the picture. Never want the picture. And 12. Ooh, not great, but it's getting there. So Skataki, you are first to go. I'm gonna let you roll let's say a insight roll on this, and I'm gonna let you roll with advantage because you're so fast, so you have some time to clock it. See if we can make that 20 initiative matter.
Dual 18s.
Dual 18s.
That becomes 19. Ooh.
You see
That's
that there are various members of the group that is kind of different people that you're spotting, that you're clocking are you see under their robes they might have weapons, which is unusual for people just rolling into a church. They all look like they might have side swords or some crossbows tucked away under them. So you definitely see, and you can kind of get a sense that they're making a move. You don't really know how it relates to Molly necessarily, but you do know that that they're moving kind of, you can sense that they're probably moving toward that room to do something untoward. Like their hands are reaching to it. So if you want to, you can attack one.
Yeah, but I don't actually know that they've done anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're just... So I'm just going to keep my bead on the front guy, and if the front guy disappears from view, the next lead guy, so I can trigger at a moment's notice.
All right, Patience, you are asleep.
Like if the coyote were to make a sound.
He can't right now because of initiative order.
No metagaming, but you know.
He will. He will. He's already announced he wants to.
Scream for help.
So you could ready your action then and wait till something happens.
Yeah. I'll let you
that's
go.
effectively.
Yeah. Basically,
I just said it more.
So it's that is a oof. It's a dagger. Okay, so to kick off this combat, because of initiative rolls, Molly goes next. And Molly, even though Trapper sees it beginning to happen and is in like that moment and obviously opening up to make a sound, Molly's super quick with it and does 7 damage to Patience on the ground with that dagger. Just
my bones.
Immediately stabs Patience.
That's cold.
Patience, you wake up immediately.
Yeah, that'll do it, huh?
That'll do it. But you take an instant 7 damage on that one, and then the next in initiative order is all of the hobgoblins, which is what I am using for their stats. They're still a little bit modified, but they're essentially hobgoblins for the regular Kenku, because I like them, and they're kind of tough. So they make their moves in. What was that? 1, 2, 3. He's going to come out of field. I'm letting Skataki, if you want to do anything on this first guy, you see that he's about to move into the door. I'll let you interrupt his movement if you want to. Otherwise, you let him go into the door.
Has he drawn a weapon or done anything that I reasonably would...
Not yet.
Then no, I let him go and immediately move my front sight to the next guy in line.
Okay, that's going to be this guy. He'll go right there. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm using rough 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these. And then since
that was technically 5 1/4.
Yeah, that's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know if Kinko only have 25 movement. I'm just playing that they do. So they all move. You're definitely sure they're all gathering in that direction. You can see it. Trapper and Patience, as you awake, and Trapper, you both see the Kenku are running into the room. You see one, and another one's like right past the doorway and everything. I might as well make it a little easier on myself and everyone. Bop. There we go. So Molly, after stabbing, just fully dispels the magic, and you can see that Molly is in fact a Kenku, and not Molly, who Patience grew up with. And now it is Patience's turn.
All right, so I'm going to cast Thunderwave originating in front of me. So it should go in a 15-foot cube. But first I have to roll to hit, I assume.
Is Thunderwave a hit spell?
No, actually. The Constitution save.
Oh.
Yeah, so Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, you'll take 2d8 thunder damage. Yeah, I got woken up by stab.
Yep. I played that the stab woke you up. Okay, they both
How advantageous.
Or one more. Okay. 2 of them saved, including Molly, but one of them
Position.
did not. And so they're all gonna take some damage, certainly.
Yep. So it's those who didn't save, it'll be this 2d8, but it'll be half for those who successfully saved. Oh fuck me. I rolled a 4.
4. All right. So we're gonna.
Disappointing to say the least.
But you certainly just made a commotion.
Not the
On the
song.
plus side, speaking of thunder, boom! That first guy's taking one on the back of the head.
Yeah,
Because someone would have gotten pushed. The one who didn't save would have gotten pushed back 10 feet.
8. Heal that one. This guy.
Also, it makes a thunderous boom.
Does make a thunderous boom. You're gonna recognize it because you just heard it in the library not too long ago.
Familiar sound of patience panic.
And patience like fuck. So in this way, this person is the person that did not save, and so they get moved back 10 feet. We're gonna say, even though your line of sight is a little wonky, I'm fine with you hitting that one versus that one. It's not that different for the strategy of the combat. And so we'll say that you hit the one that you saw push back 10 feet. Yeah, that one also flips into Kenku form. Their disguise dispels. So you see them straight up turn into a Kenku in front of your eyes. I assume, did you roll to hit yet, Greg?
I have not.
Go for it.
I also imagine Patience, when in the real room, would notice a large panther behind.
Yeah, I think the first thing she notices is I've been stabbed, and just goes, duh. But then next will be like, at least he's not the big scary thing.
All right, what did you get?
Also, I rolled my wild magic.
18.
Oh yeah, roll your wild magic, by the way.
Yep.
18 hits, by the way.
I rolled a 20.
11 points of damage.
That guy is eliminated instantly. And then what did you roll for your wild magic surge, Patience?
20.
20. You're fine. Your wild magic is up to 4 or below, I believe, now. So if you roll 4 or below, we'll get out that wild magic table. Patience, you still have the ability to... you did your action, so if you moved back, you'd take an attack of opportunity, but you can get up with half your movement and still move if you don't want to be, like, right in front. You can at least get up with half your movement to avoid being
I'm just
prone.
gonna get up so I'm not prone anymore. That's really all I can see.
And now, finally, we have Trapper.
He says and realizes how much less intimidating that was than Thunderwave. But he is still super angry, and so he is going to run over to that Kenku in the corner, or I guess pounce from there, as long as I move at least 20 feet toward a creature, and then hit it with my claw attack, which I shall.
Hold on, let me see if you can actually...
on a 13
one
strength saving throw.
So it'd be 1, 2, 3. It's not quite 20 feet. I built it. I specifically chose this map for that to do it. We can say, you know what? We can say that you do like a circle around to do it.
It doesn't.
You didn't get to
doesn't
place yourself.
say. Oh, it does say straight.
Oh, it says straight 20 feet.
20 feet straight toward a creature.
Oh yeah, there's no way.
I was imagining diagonally.
Yeah, there's no way you can really line that up and get it to be 20 feet in this room, which was deliberate on my part. So.
Oh, I thought each square was 5 feet.
Yeah, it is, but the squares here are like, this is one square, this is one square essentially, this is one square. So at most you could.
The floor.
Yeah.
I thought that was 4 squares between the back of the room.
No, there's there's items in the floor.
Yeah, there's items. There's things in the way. I can't justify.
Oh, those are barrels.
Yeah, barrels, and then this is a giant globe. That's the desk.
I thought that was a carpet. Okay, that makes more sense. Well, shit. All right. Yeah, we're just gonna bite them real hard.
Yeah, I'll let you move in because it's not a lot of distance for you to get in there. So you move in. Are you still using your main enemy attacks? We'll call the globe like difficult terrain or whatever. But are you still using the main beast form that you used last time for your attacks?
No, I'm using Craig Cat.
Okay.
This week.
All right.
Yeah, this time. Hence the panther.
Technically, you should actually be large now. If you're Crag Cat.
I forgot about that.
You can't
Tyrion
turn,
is like Craig Cat.
you can't turn into a large creature at your level, I believe.
No, he can. It's just CR1 was the limitation.
No, the other limitations, I don't think you can go into a large creature because he still has to wait on the other limitations. I might be wrong. But I think it doesn't matter.
That'd be great because otherwise I'm trapped in this room.
Yeah. Let's just say that your Craig Cat stats regular panther, because I didn't bother looking this up. We didn't discuss this beforehand, and so you can still use the stats for them. And we'll just say you're a medium creature.
I'm a very long 4 squares.
Yeah.
Okay. I have +5 to hit.
Yeah.
And I rolled an 8. Did I add 8 + 5? Yes.
13. Which one are you
13,
attacking? Are you attacking Molly or the Kanku? Well, Molly's a Kanku.
You know what? I would
Red
actually be
Kanku
attacking
or
Molly. I was only doing the Kanku because of the distance to
Yeah.
pounce.
But if you're going to attack Molly, regardless, either does not hit. 13 does not hit either.
Okay.
And do you have second attacks in this form, or is this more about movement?
Only if I can get a second with pounce.
I see. No.
Yeah, the one thing I'll call it out now. The one thing I do have with this form is spell turning. If I succeed on a spell saving throw that targets only me, not an area, then if it's a 7th level or spell or lower, it has no effect on me and instead targets the caster.
Ooh, nice. All right. Good to know. That's actually going to affect things. All right. That's back to the top of the order. The way that I play, I don't punish people for kind of holding actions and put them in there permanently in initiative. I just let them kind of do it. So top of the order would be back to Skataki.
Yay! Let's shoot more people. So
next closest person that you can see to that door.
Next closest to the door. Yep. Yeah. I'm sure I miss. Is 7 + 13.
That does indeed miss. Do you move to reposition?
No.
Nope. You stay.
No, I'm happy where.
Happy where you're at. All right. We're just gonna say that, because I didn't plan for them to be significant. No, I'll just leave them there. These people are just sitting there completely nonplussed or completely not phased, fully plussed, by all of this.
It's the type of shit that happens in church all the time.
Yeah, this is just normal church.
Just people turn into birds. They explode into feathers. I mean, this shit just happens.
You know, any given Catholic church has like 12 swords in it.
All right. So, Molly just looks at the cat, and is like, "Oh, you're such." Oh, wait, no, they're a Kanku now. "Oh, you're such a sweet-looking pigeon. How about you, or sweet-looking kitten? How about you, sorry, this is also a pigeon voice that I do in a different campaign. Sorry, you're such a sweet-looking kitten. How about you just calm down?
Say it again, Steve.
Roll a wisdom save, Trapper. This is a spell. It's charmed, so if you save on this, you can turn it back on them.
15.
15 just does it. So it turns back on themselves.
I didn't add a. I think it's with strength that'd be 18.
And then the spell gets turned back on themselves. They roll a wisdom save. They charm. That wastes that action for them. And so they swing at patience again. They're like, fuck.
My bones!
Not going well. They get a natural
They
2.
succeeded, you said?
Yeah, they succeeded as well.
Hey, that ain't it.
I also rolled a 15, so so they miss. Patience now standing. You're able to dodge this stuff. So they miss.
Rock on.
And
Fuck 'em.
we are into I believe, yep. We're into the bird turn. Bird turn. All the bird boys. Bird moves in. Oh no, bird actually just this first one's gonna attack you. I'm gonna move all the other birds first. They can't. I'm gonna play that it's a little too crowded for them to really get in here.
All these birdies getting revenge on a cat. It's like a real America's Funniest Home Video in here.
So rude.
So good.
You know, birds also hate Satans.
2, 3, 4.
Are there birds called Satans?
No, they hate Satans.
They do hate Satans.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
And so this guy attacks you, Trapper, and he swings. What is your AC as a kitty? As a
My
panther.
kitty AC is 13.
They do not hit.
Yes.
Just miss. So that is their turn. Right before it's Patience and Trapper's turn, though, Molly's like, "Hey, try again!" And they swing at you again. And this time they do hit.
Oh.
And they hit you for a big
Nice.
2 damage. That's 2 damage. Rolled a 1 on the hit die.
What?
Cool.
Damn, you guys are going down. I can't believe
We're
it.
gonna die.
Yep.
You're all gonna
I
die.
might die.
So
You
now
should
it would be,
disengage and get out of there, by the way.
Yeah, now it would be Patience's turn.
Yeah. So you do have a good point of disengaging and going down those stairs and outside potentially.
This is a window.
Can I make a suggestion?
Oh, it's a window. Oh, okay.
But
Well, just all you have to do is get 1 square away or 2 squares away, and then they'll have to move out of threat range of Trapper to attack you, which means they'll provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, I think I'm gonna first, because I need to be able to touch them to cast what I'm gonna cast, I'm going to do Shocking Grasp, and then I'll disengage.
You cannot
Disengage
take
is an
a
action.
disengage and
Oh.
cast a spell. So
Then-
it's,
Well, then, with that in mind,
I'll shred up
Um,
the ribbons.
I think. I think I'm just going to do Shocking Grasp.
all right. That's 100% fine.
Oh,
Trapper's
ah.
in there. They can always flip out a wild shape and heal you back up with full hit points because
9.
druids are amazing. And
Plus
get to have like extra hit points by wild shaping.
15 to hit.
15 to hit Molly? Yeah, because they're the one you
Yeah.
can touch. Yeah, no, that hits.
Yeah.
That just hits Molly.
Okay. 6 damage.
All right, that. Ow. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that. Don't do that.
Sound so pained.
And then you can take a move in action. It would be an attack of opportunity, but an attack of opportunity at regular, not like at advantage. Or you can actually no, yeah. So they would have an attack of opportunity if you move away from them, or you can stand your ground. Hit them up Florida style.
I think I'm gonna keep standing my ground and hit him up Florida style.
All right. So that's your turn, Trapper. It is your turn.
All right, I'm still trying to get beyond to let me add my new hit points. I can do that if I turn now. Jesus. So do I? I don't take attacks of opportunity from the 2 people that are within range because I'm attacking 1 person, do I?
No. It's only if you move from their 5 square space. And there's not a lot of reason for you to move right now because you're right in the mix.
Yeah. But there isn't really much damage as piercing or slashing. I'm gonna go ahead and bite Molly.
All right.
16.
16 hits Molly.
Excellent. 1d10 plus 3. That is 10. 7 plus 3, modified 10. Piercing damage.
All right, Molly's looking pretty hurt. Not like on death's door, but definitely feeling the pain of getting attacked over and over again.
I'm growling too.
And so that was that round. And that was the second round of that combat. So we are going to go back to Caspi Farm. Caspi Farm. We left off there, and let me get back to that encounter. And at the top of the order for Caspi is Krav.
Yeah, it is. Okay. I am going to attack the wounded Kenku.
All right.
And that is 20.
It's
dirty, yeah. And
that
that is 13 damage.
Yeah, that knocks them all the way out. They are down.
Right.
Actually, that wasn't the wounded Kenku. This was the wounded Kenku. Wow. And everything. Krav, you just got the one Kenku up in your range. Do you attack it, or do you move, or do you just stand right there as a kind of a block for these 4 or 3, I guess, remaining?
Am I able to move within the bathroom door?
If you move into the bathroom door, you'll take an attack of opportunity. If you move right here.
Okay.
But you'll just
because
take the
I'm
one.
getting out of his threat range.
Yeah.
In that case, let me move to my left.
Just the one? Or just,
yeah, because that's still within his threat range, right?
Yep. But he could technically attack you there. He'd probably move so that he wouldn't have to deal with cover, but he can see you, so.
Right.
I'm just gonna say that you're both doing that movie action thing where you're circling each other up a little bit, and so you're not like turned away from him. You're just like, come on this way and everything, and so you're just taking a couple steps, kind of thing. All right, so that's Krav. Star, it's you. Star, if you're talking, we can't hear you. You might be muted.
Yep, you're muted.
I sure am muted. Yeah, sorry about that. So,
the
all right.
unprofessionalism. No, I'm just kidding. So what do you do?
Oh, I really hate this. They've moved into my area, so I don't want to provoke
I am playing that I had them do a healing action and everything. So I am playing that with the lowest of stealth checks, you could move without an attack of opportunity from this person. Because they had to bring up paw.
Cool.
And so they had to bring up paw. Barry's right there. I'm going to play that. So just roll a stealth check. This is not part of your turn action economy. This is just you, if you're going to move totally. As part of that.
That's 17.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. So, is that door to that little room kind of between us, like to the side of the kitchen? Is that open or closed?
That is closed.
It is closed. All right. Do I want to do the thing? Sorry, I've been mulling over this the entire time. I feel like. No, you know what? I feel like I'm going to let off. Yeah, I'm going to let off an arrow first.
All right.
I'm going to fire at Pa real fast. Yeah, I think that's my best bet. And that would be a 19.
That hits.
All right, and then 13 damage.
Paw instantly goes back down. Not a lot of time.
And then I'm going to use feline agility to dart before Ma looks up from her empty potion bottle into up over towards that closet, and I'm trying to see if I can quickly pop the door open and slide in and use a bonus action to hide.
Roll a sleight of hand check. It's locked, and you don't have.
And that's not too bad. That'd be a 17.
All right. You do pop it, but you did not get a DC 20, which would have been what you needed to do it real fast so you could hide. So you'll be able to hide there next turn, but you can't hide there this turn. So you're kind of there, but you've got no one near you, and the doorway is open. Now we get to...
And I'm wide open, yeah. In line of sight.
So we are going to go to... we're going to go to these... Hanku again. God damn it, Krav. So one can attack you. One can attack you from fucking Krav, you meat shield. Why do I always choose hallways?
I was hoping you would do that.
We're just like, no, I'm fine. I'm the paladin. Stay out of their mess. They'll deal with the boss characters. So one's gonna attack.
I want the Krav version of that famous Daredevil scene.
just through closets, just a continuous camera shot. Maybe when we do a one-on-one session, we'll just have Krav like in like a warehouse, just fucking shit up and everything. We'll do some
Every Daredevil scene would have been improved if he was swinging a hammer. For the record,
accurate. We'll use Greg's Valhirjar battle system for it, so that it can kind of move continuously. I'm gonna first roll the one with disadvantage. It's a great battle system for continuous things. What's your AC right now, Krav?
20.
God damn it! I rolled
2-0.
I rolled 2 14s, not enough. And then the one that attacks solo also fails. So they swing their swords at you with no ability to hurt you. Turns out Kanku, even these modified hobgoblins into Kanku, can't deal with the 20 AC very well. So they do that, and then it is Ma's turn. Ma is super sad. Ma's not the one who charmed Barry and recognizes that immediately and is like, all right, calm down. Barry, roll a charisma save with advantage. Calm down, buddy.
Be friends.
16.
That fucking does it. God damn it.
I'm just looking at her like, you had your chance. We were willing to talk when we came here.
Oh, well, if that didn't work, and then she swings it at you. And does not hit, and so that's nothing from Ma's turn, other than at the end of the turn I'll have her do her villain action before the next round, and has the guy right in front of Krav swing at him again. Oh, that's a nat 20. So that's Ma's villain action. Paw didn't even get to go. The villain action, by the way, is essentially a command action. And they only have one per round, but they each had one, which is why they got to do 2 last time. So that is, that's gonna be
like in the board game.
This and this. All right. 14 plus. That is 18 damage to Krav on a critical hit. So after them flailing at Krav takes a solid 18. He really gets a shot into him with that long sword, both-handed, and just nails him. And everything. That is the end of their turn, and we get to Barry.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of sidestep closer to Ma, so I can kind of get in between her and any potential door that's over behind, up in the north side of the map.
Mm-hmm.
So just move me 5 feet west, and then I'm going to recklessly attack.
That's fair. Makes sense.
21.
That unsurprisingly hits.
And I only hit for 7 damage this time.
I will. She's like, "Hey, quit it, quit it. I don't enjoy this, but we can't have you meandering about, messing up our plans." Wicked laughter. So we're gonna go back to the top. Of the
I like how
again.
you say wicked laughter instead of wicked laugh.
There you go. There's my Krav, top of the order. Let's do it.
I have to roll a death save.
Oh, are you down?
You went down.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
How much
I
HP do you have?
Ouch.
What's that?
How much HP do you have?
20-something, 28, I think.
Dang.
We're not very beefy yet.
Nope. What did you get?
I rolled a 6.
Okay,
That's
so
a
that's
fail.
1 failure for Krav.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you got. Okay, so 1 failure for Krav. Star, that's you. So Star, you see Krav go down. You see these group of 3 Kenku right there.
Right. Shit. What can I even do for that?
So in 5th Ed, you can do a medicine
guess.
check. If you want to attempt to stabilize.
Uh-huh.
And that would be, in my mind, your action, and you'd still be able to move and do your hide, but you wouldn't be able to attack at that same time. If you get a DC 10 on the medicine check, is what I'm going to set it at, you can make sure that Krav doesn't have to keep rolling death saves.
Okay. Shit.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah, I feel like.
But
I'm just what I'm trying to figure out now.
I can say,
we don't
for
have
those
a lot of
watching /
Other
playing,
options.
I am not playing the well, actually, Star, roll an insight. Roll an insight roll.
Okay, so that wasn't a very good insight roll. My insight plus is 3, right? Yeah, so 6.
Okay. So you don't know if you were to you don't know if they're still going to keep attacking Krav to make sure he's permanently dead, or if they're going to move through and try and deal with the other problems at hand.
Yeah, I think probably my best bet. Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, even if I attack there. Yeah, I think my best bet is getting hidden, honestly. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna try med check, and that would be is that just a straight roll?
It's a roll plus.
No, medicine.
Yeah, it's a skill check.
So +1, so it's a 14.
All right, so Krav is no longer having to roll death saves. They are still at 0. They're still unconscious, but they're not, worried about instantly dying at this moment. And then, do you do your movement into the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I pop straight into the room, so I'm still, as it stands, I guess, in somebody's line of sight. I don't know how that works, to be honest. And use bonus action for hide.
All right, roll your stealth, so I know what to roll against.
A 26.
Ooh, I don't think they could possibly, unless I get a nat 20, see you. So you're nice and tucked away. You're hidden, but as far as spatially, you're here for when they cross through. Which means
Barry looks around and goes, fuck.
Yeah, it's not. Barry's relatively fine at this situation right now. So this person, difficult terrain 10 to step over an unconscious body. Another 5. You can, since they are technically, you're hidden. I want you to be able to do this and make this judgment call in the way that I visualize it in the real world. You're kind of tucked, kind of down and low at the corner, but you can still kind of see outward, and you see one walk by you. So you get an attack of opportunity star on that for your reaction. And so roll your.
Is that any attack, or is that with the melee weapon?
I think it's melee only.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's
melee.
what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought, which is fine. I have melee weapons galore. So, cool. Yeah, I will definitely do that.
So roll to hit on.
Is that done with advantage when I'm hitting, or
No, I'm not
just
gonna
general?
put it that way. I'm not sure if you should be allowed to take the attack of opportunity, so I'm just going to balance it out with you make a normal attack of opportunity.
That works with me. All right. Oh, that is not a good one, though. It was only a 12.
That's not going to hit them. So they continue on. So that was 10, 15, 20, 25. They get up on Barry. I'm going to move people first. This one can't quite get there. This one can't quite get there. And then this person's going to roll at Barry. And they're probably not going to hit. They do not. And then it is this person's turn. They're kind of looking at the situation. And they are going to attempt to charm Barry for the last time. It's probably not going to work. Barry, roll that wisdom save with advantage.
21.
Yep, it does not work. And so they go to stab at you with their little dagger. And that also does not work. And so they've essentially just been standing there. You know what? They are going to take their move.
I'm just like.
So take your attack of opportunity, Barry, because
because I'm attacked recklessly, I still get advantage on it.
Yep.
23.
Yeah, that's unsurprisingly going to hit them.
10.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Ooh, they are on death's door, but they survive that attack of opportunity, which is what I was hoping. Well, what they were hoping for, but what I was also hoping for, because I'm them. And they're like, ha! I'm gonna get away. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Where am I gonna have them go? Oh, because they're disengaging you anyway. 1, 2, or taking the hit anyway. 1, 2, 3. You know what? No. I'm gonna have them roll. I'm gonna keep myself honest. No metagaming. Nope. They go the dumb way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're right in Star's line of sight.
Oh, thank goodness. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out how that was going to work for me.
I was like, no, they should go out that way. And I'm like, well, they don't know where Star is. They're hidden. And so I rolled perception.
And Barry's like, you coward, I'll get you. I'll find you after I kill all your friends.
So that was Barry, so now it's Barry's turn, actually. I believe.
Okay, well, I'm going to obviously attack the Kenku right in front of me.
All right. You going to regular attack or reckless?
I don't know. Because of the amount of enemies that'll get to make attacks of opportunity against me. But you know what? I'm desperate to kill these people. So I'm going to attack with advantage. 14, though.
14 to hit, even with advantage? That does not hit them. That does not meet their AC. And so that doesn't... Do you move or do anything else on this turn?
I guess I'm just going to... Let's see here. Only one of them would get to attack me. me see here. No, I'm just gonna stay where I'm at.
All right, so it's top of the order. It's Krov's turn. Krov, you are currently unconscious. In your unconsciousness, there is a moment of kind of hazy gray, almost as if you're having an out of body experience. You're in the field. You can see that Star went to hide. You can see that the Kenku are surrounding Barry, or moving to around Barry, and another one looks like they're running toward your unconscious body and possibly fleeing the scene and everything. You feel like you're trapped in this gray zone. The noises are sort of ambient and echoey and reverby. It feels simultaneously like you're both in a cell prison where you can't move, and in an expanse that goes on forever as the walls fade away from the area that you're in. At that point, you hear a whisper. A whisper that you've recognized a few times on the battlefield before when you've been grievously injured. And the whisper of the spirit just simply says, You really gonna let him do that to you? Or are you gonna do something about it? Krov, roll 2d20 and tell me what both of them are. I think you're muted. Or you're tilting your camera.
I said you'll never believe this. I don't know how I can get a camera here, but I rolled 2 20s.
2 20s! 2 20s!
Yeah, like literally, legit 2 20s.
Krov, as a paladin, has an intimate moment with his kind of dick spirit that he worships. And he's like, Krov,
dude, bro.
You,
God.
He's like, you're gonna let him do you like that, Krov? How does Krov respond in the spirit realm in the brief moment before you reawaken?
Like Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna like get up, like shaking my fists,
Krov, you have...
And then I'm just gonna like roar at the heavens.
Roar at the heavens. And he's like, that's fucking right. And Krov, you have lay on hands. Yes, you're a paladin. You have lay on hands, correct? Yeah. Your lay on hands immediately spends all but 1 hit point of itself to heal you back up in that 20s. Krov, you're standing again. And you have a turn. With 2 20s, I gotta give you a turn. You're popped again. So it's your turn. Go.
I'll just jump in and hammer the Kenku all the way in front of me.
This guy right here?
Yeah. That's a 21.
That hits.
14 damage.
That Kenku goes instantly down. You pop back up, Hulkamania style, scream into the heavens.
Yeah.
Roar into the heavens, and then just instantly kill a Kenku right in front of you. Let's go to, I guess
just like charging through them.
Just, you know what?
I have never been disappointed in my inability to remember the Hulk Hogan theme song.
I am
a real American. Yeah, it's patriotic as fuck. So you hammered the Kenku. I have a feeling Krov's probably going to hang out in this space. They won't block your ability to hit the person star, mostly because it means that well, I guess do you move one more space forward to step into that space, or do you stay where you're at?
Yeah. No, I'll step in.
Yeah, because it puts everyone in Krov's attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried. I'm I'm hidden in the shadows, pointing at somebody who doesn't know I'm there and focusing as hard as possible. I'm firing an 8-inch long bolt. I'm not really worried.
Star, go for it. I assume you're going to attack the old Ma Caspi there with advantage.
I'm going at Ma Caspi. I know Ma Caspi is really low on hit points, but Star does not know that. And Star was already, as soon as they hit that closet, ready to drop a focus counter. So I'm doing a steady shot. And let's see, that would be...
Hell yeah.
A 17?
17 will hit Ma Caspi. Yep.
Okay, and then... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's 17.
Yeah, it hits.
And then... Oh, shit. That would be... Fuck, I keep getting all these goddamn ones. That would be 6 and 8. So that's 14 plus 3, 17 damage.
Woo! And Ma Caspi, when the bolt hits, some of the feathers burst out like a sleepover pillow fight from the body of Ma Caspi. And Ma Caspi goes down. That's Star. In that moment, when the other two Kenku see that Ma Caspi and Pa Caspi are down, this Kenku that's between Barry and the suddenly arisen Krav immediately on his turn is like, whoa. Oh, all right. Resurrender. And he just immediately drops his longsword, and then looks at his buddy to also drop his longsword. So they both drop their longswords immediately the moment that they're down. Barry, it is your turn. They both drop their weapons.
If they both drop their weapons, then I'm gonna grab the guy and tie him up.
Grab this guy and tie him up?
Mm-hmm. Does he putting up a fight?
Nope. He's just like,
cool.
All right, don't hurt me, and everything. Krav, do you take a cue from that and do the same, or do you?
Exactly. Yeah. At the same time, I'm gonna tie up the other one. And I'm gonna yell at him. Where are the Caspies?
Where are the Caspies? Well, we're gonna cut over to the Caspies.
And I'm gonna roll intimidate.
Oh, roll intimidate. Yeah, roll intimidate with advantage. They're already afraid, so roll it with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, that absolutely works. And so they're like,
does he wet himself?
No, he doesn't. He keeps it together. He keeps it together.
Damn it.
So we're gonna cut over to the.
Is this gonna be the first game we have where somebody doesn't wet themselves?
We'll find out. We're going to jump over to Grace Hope.
That's the dramatic tension of this game.
It's out. When will they finally not have one? And at the top of the order is good old Skitaki. Skitaki, you see a bunch of people hanging out, lining up at that door to get in. I assume you fire at one of them.
So I'm gonna put a bullet in the first one, and then I'm gonna draw my swords and jump down and engage by hand. Well, I'm gonna shoot one, and then I'm gonna jump down.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll go there.
So roll to attack to shoot and kill. Hopefully.
That is a 12, 18.
18 hits.
All right. Another 7. That becomes a 11.
11 and. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Jump in for closing distance on them.
Okay, so which of these three were you aiming at? Because I'm good with your angle to pick your target here, and these are the three. Does it matter?
The one closest to the door.
One closest to the door. So that guy, he's down. Skitaki rolls in. You hop down. You have 30 movement, Skitaki, I want to say.
I have. Well, where the hell does it say?
Walking right next to the inspiration, over just a little left of your hit points.
30.
Walking speed.
Yep.
All right, so we'll move you 30. We'll be efficient about this. 1. Skataki's tall enough where a single flight jump is not going to make me roll a jump roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so you are close.
He's a big boy. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. And so then that is this person's turn. Molly in here is like... Molly is not going to do anything but disengage. And that's difficult terrain. 1, 2, 3. But Molly can't disengage. You don't, but Patience does. Molly disengaged from you as their action, and then but then also had to leave Patience's view of it. And I'm playing that because they had to circle around Patience to get there. The Patience. So Patience, roll an attack of opportunity. I can't remember if you have any melee weapons on you, Patience.
I do. I have a quarterstaff.
All right. So,
and a dagger. So I think the quarterstaff probably is best.
All right.
Doesn't really matter either way. My strength's balls and bullshit. But dagger's probably better, actually. So I'm gonna use my dagger.
All right.
I rolled a 20.
Nat
is that
20?
anything? Yeah, nat 20.
So you're gonna roll.
A crit.
That's a crit. That's a fucking crit. So you get to roll your dagger damage. So roll. I think a dagger is a D6 or a D4.
It's
D4.
Just one D4.
So
yeah.
2D4.
So I roll 2 D4s. Okay, and then plus 1. 5, 6 damage.
6 damage. Hey, that was going to be a nothing hit, and instead it was a something hit. They are looking right fucked up. They are not looking healthy at all. And everything. After them is the rest of the crew. The rest of the crew comes in. This one's gonna go there. This one's gonna go there. They are all going to go for Trapper here. They're ganging up on Trapper. Molly's like, get the cat, not the girl. We can deal with her. And so they're all gonna roll at Trapper. That's what's your cat AC?
It is on this tab 13.
That's a miss. That's a hit. That's a miss. Only one hits you on 3 attacks. Good job.
Meow.
And so you get 4 damage, Trapper. That's what happens because I rolled 2 natural 5s amongst those attacks,
hey, all right.
And then a 2 on.
I'm down to only 28 hit points.
I hate this so much. That's why I threw so many Kanku in here. Is I was like, well, I gotta have enough people to do something. So the next turn, I believe, is now Patience. Patience, yes.
Uh-oh. I lost the plan.
You get back?
Are you back?
I think you're back with us, Steve. You're back with us.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. That was everybody. I thought that was just
that
me.
that was just the call stuttering. Patience.
All right. So you said there's just a window behind me, not like a door or anything?
Yeah, it's a window. It doesn't look like it's locked. You could easily open it and get out if you wanted to. But if you cross Molly's path, you're going to take an attack of opportunity. Quick question for you, Patience. I need you to roll a d20 for the Wild Magic table. We didn't do it on Shocking Grasp.
Oh, because I didn't use Shocking Grasp. Oh, you mean a second ago?
Yeah,
previously?
We didn't do it previously.
Yeah, you're right. I did. Yeah. Oh,
the stairway leading out to the patio is just a window?
Yeah. Like, you'd have to, like, open it and go through it, so it would, like, eat an action. You rolled a 2. Wild magic table.
2.
So roll a D100. Let's find out.
Okay. I'm just pulling up a D100 real quick. I rolled a 19.
19. What does this do?
What does this do?
I know what it does. Now I'm just reading what the thing does. Okay, I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Shit. Yes, dexterity.
What patience is
an
known
11.
for. All right, that's not gonna do it. Patience.
Yeah.
You accidentally will play that it's at the start or at the at the end of your turn. But you accidentally cast grease on yourself, and so so you are in difficult, and it says it's in a 10-foot square, and so I'm gonna have this guy roll dexterity too. Well, first I'm gonna roll a lot. Okay, yeah. All right. He also, or he saves, but so these two squares are difficult terrain, and you have. We'll say that you actually no. We'll do it this way. You fell prone, so you've fallen prone at the beginning of your turn from the grease that you should have had on the last turn. That's my bad. That would have affected the attack of opportunity. Doesn't matter at this point. And so at the beginning of your turn, you're prone and covered in grease.
She's so confused. So it'd take my movement to get back up, right? Or
Half your movement, yeah.
Okay. The reason I was asking about the window/door was I was planning on misty stepping to the other direction.
Yeah, you can do that.
Thus pinning them.
That.
Okay, so I would like to cast Misty Step, and that will have me go out to 30 feet. So I'd like to go 30 feet to pass through our crow friends.
You want to go 30 feet, or do you want to go like 20 feet? So that you're right behind them? Or do you want to have some distance from them?
Wait, we can do that?
Misty Step does that.
I'm using Misty Step.
Cast your spell.
Yeah, I'm going to want to be just behind them, I think. Just one behind. What's the reach of this? Yeah. Because if I cast Thunder Wave, it wouldn't hit the guy behind the wall and trap her, right? It would only hit.
Is it a straight line, or it's a box?
It's a cube. It's a cube.
Oh, okay. So it depends on
cube.
A 15-foot cube. So if you cast it, so the way that you'd have it is if you were here and you cast it here, you'd get this square. You could do it so that it doesn't hit them. You could center it if you're here, so it hits these three and no one else as well.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I can take it, and I just get back to full health when I unwild shade.
But you've already cast one spell on this. Is Misty Step a bonus action spell or just like
I'm not going to cast it now. I was just figuring out where I needed to be.
Okay.
That is my action.
Okay, so for this round, you cheated.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a bonus action.
It's a bonus action.
I lied to you. It's actually a bonus action.
But you can only cast cantrips at the same time.
Yeah.
Well.
You can still do
your
shocking. Is shocking grass a cantrip?
I'll just do shocking grass.
All right. So before you do shocking grass, though, you cast Misty Step. Roll a d20.
Yep.
See if you hit a 1.
I rolled a 9.
Okay. Now, are you gonna do shocking grasp?
Yes.
Okay. Do your shocking grasp.
20. A 20 unnatural, and then 1d8 of damage because I'm assuming that hits.
Yeah.
Another just 2 damage.
All right, this guy takes 2 damage, and then now roll again. You're a d20, and don't get a 1 or a 2.
Fuck! I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1. All right, roll a d100. We got 2 wild magic back to back because I fucked up. So you got out of that first one pretty easily though because you Misty stepped out of the situation. Which is great.
Fuck your grease. Okay, so another D100.
Not you, Greg.
I rolled a 22.
22. That is a different effect.
Yes.
For the viewers, Greg is Greek.
Okay.
If Skitaki Scato didn't give you a kind of a hint.
All creatures, and it doesn't say specifics, so I'm just going to interpret it like I like, and it's funnier. Something feels a little bit off for everyone in the room. And by everyone in the room, I mean everyone in the building. Everyone engaged in this combat, including the civilians that are just kind of sitting there as window dressing.
Oh
no. So the effect for the player party is that creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast in the next minute that involves a saving throw. Now that's on you. So you yourself feel like you might be a little bit better at magic, and everyone that you could possibly hit with the spell would have disadvantage on saving throws against it. So maybe I guess the way that it would feel more is that that Patience, you're like feeling pretty confident. You did that Misty Step, you did the Shocking Grasp, you moved out of the grease. Yes. You're feeling good. You're feeling strong. You're feeling strong. Next on the list.
Shut up.
Yeah, it really is Trapper.
That's a good one.
Heck yeah. So is there any advantage to hitting the guy who is on the grease?
No, because he didn't fall prone. If he had fallen prone, there would have been.
Okay. I'm not gonna like knock him over anymore.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna claw whoever has the least damage that is adjacent to me.
The least damage,
or whoever has whoever
the
has the least health.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's this guy right here.
Excellent.
Get him. The kitty cat claws.
That is a 10.
10 is not unsurprisingly gonna do it. So you claw him.
Okay. I'm at this point. If I back up all the way to the window, I have 20 feet, right?
Let's see.
I'd be taking an attack opportunity.
You would take an attack of opportunity from this guy and an attack of opportunity from this guy. So you take 2, but you've got pretty good hit points still, right? And worst case scenario, they just knock you out of Panther form, and then you're a fucking druid again with almost all of your health.
Yeah.
You goddamn druids.
I gotta do something.
All right.
Yeah. Let me just. How far can I move and not take an attack from Molly? Or you know what? No, I want to provoke an attack from Molly.
You wouldn't take an attack from Molly. You're technically diagonal to Molly. So Molly wouldn't do it. It would just be these 2 initial Kenku right here.
If I stop in front of Molly, would I take an attack from Molly?
Nope.
Damn. Is there any way I can move and provoke an attack from Molly?
Let's see. Let's go. This is 10.
Conversation.
Not really. You don't have enough move. You don't have enough move.
Fuck. Okay. I just go to the window then.
The crag cat has 40 feet of movement, just FYI.
Oh, you do? So hold on. Then it would be what? Like 10, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you could do it. You could instigate an attack. You'd have to move to here.
Perfect.
Or back to here again. But you'd take 3 attacks of opportunity doing that.
Let's do it.
All right. 3 attacks of where do you want? Barrels or Clobe?
Ooh, Kitty wants to jump up on a barrel stack.
Barrel stack. All right. So I'm gonna roll the 3 attacks of opportunity.
Very cat.
Definitely not. I need to stop using this die. What's your AC? Your AC as a cat is 13, right?
Correct.
Okay, one of them does hit. But of course, with my luck, it's Molly. Molly does 2 damage to you. You took 2 damage on 3 attacks of opportunity. Yeah, I need to stop rolling the die that keeps giving me natty 5s.
Did Molly just melee?
Yeah, Molly just meleeed.
Coward.
And what have you. So that is Trapper, and we're going to come back to the top of the order, which is Skitaki.
Okay. I'm going to shoot another one.
You have 1 person you can shoot, so go for it.
15 plus 6 is 21-ish.
That hits.
Ooh, 2 and 4, I think. So 6 points of damage.
That wouldn't do it normally, but Patience already nicked them with the shocking grasp, so they are down. And then do you continue to move? You got him.
And I continue.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, you're right there. These are columns, so you wouldn't be able to diagonally move through them anyway.
I don't know. He's pretty big, strong.
Yeah. You could Singing in the Rain swing around them, Gene Kelly style. So that's his turn, and then on the order, is it them first or is it her first? It's her first. So Molly, with no one there, oh, she's not strong enough to take an attack of opportunity. Molly goes 1, 2. Molly just hides over here and says, "Protect me." And so they literally, not knowingly, hold on, 'cause they don't know what you got going. They don't know what you got cooking.
Oh, fine. I can move up to them.
Yeah. You're gonna be fine for your strat here. And so they do that. Actually, I'm gonna play that one of them actually does go to fuck with Trapper. And hits. Come on, actual damage. 4 big damage on Trapper. Man, I cannot hit with these creatures for nothing of significance in this battle.
Feathery arms, just.
They all have long swords. It's 1d10. Plus 2. If they just hit regularly, you'd all be in trouble. And so that is what they do. And that is their turn. I'm gonna have her do another command to swing at him again, as her villain action. So they swing at Trapper again, and they do this time 9 damage. So another 9 damage to Trapper as Molly's like, "Hey, do that, but better this time." And then he hits you harder with his longsword. So that was 2. That was 4 on the first attack, and then 9 on their second successful attack. That is their turn now. I believe it is Patience's turn.
All right. So if I move up just next to our good friends there in the hallway, can I hit all of them? Is that correct? And not hit Trapper?
Yeah, because you can set the cube to be here, which would hit all 4 of them.
All right, well, I'm going to cast Thunderwave, not at first level, but at 3rd level. Second level.
I was about to say 3rd level. God damn, I didn't know you had it like that, but yeah, 2nd level.
Not yet, but I do have it at 2nd level, so I get to roll an additional 3d8, and they must make a Constitution save.
At disadvantage because of the wild magic surge. All of them make it at disadvantage. It could not have worked out better. That's not going to do it. That's still not going to do it. I assume the save is like 13, 14, 15, something like that?
Oh, it's 14.
Not going to do it. Not going to fucking do it. And one person does it. It is Molly that actually ends up doing it.
All right, let me roll my 3d8 here. 10 damage.
10 damage.
So 5 for Molly and 10 for everyone else.
All right, all of these 3 are on death's door. Molly goes down. And all of those 3 as their... Okay, it is technically Skitaki's turn next. Skitaki, because this is going to wrap up. No, it's Trapper's turn next. It's Trapper's, and you need to roll your wild magic. Don't get a 1. Don't get another 1.
I did not. I got an 8.
Okay, you're up at 2. Trapper, it's your turn next.
All right. Help me figure out my hit points real quick. I finally found a place where I can add temporary hit points. So I took a 2 damage, and then a 4 damage, which brought me down to 26. And then I took 9 damage, right? Yeah.
So you should be at 17.
Perfect. Okay, cool. Still blocked in. Okay. Well, everyone's in here. Never mind.
And they are all looking extremely hurt. Death's door hurt.
I would like to turn around and face the corner. And then put my front paws on the wall and kick back with my claws extended on my back legs and just launch a barrel, hopefully trying to hit the first two. At least the first guy.
Roll an athletics check, and this is with your athletics or acrobatics, but you have to use the strength or dex bonus stat of your cat form.
Okay. Strength or athletics?
Strength or
13.
dex, whichever one you want. 13.
Either way.
Either way. 13. Yeah, that doesn't hit their AC, so they dodge the barrel down. It was very clever, but they dodged the barrel down.
All right. Well, if I move anywhere, I take an attack of opportunity, huh?
As if you move out of, you're gonna essentially.
I haven't.
Inevitably
Have we seen them do any magic yet?
These no.
No. Okay.
Molly poisoned patients. Other than that, and stabbed her a couple of times. Other
Molly
than that,
also
they
tried
haven't
to charm,
actually
but yeah, no. The rest of them have just been trying to hit with swords.
Yeah, well, see, I've spell turning, so if someone's going to cast a spell at me, it's advantageous to take an attack of opportunity because it can fire back at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of my turn, though.
All right, and so it's technically Skataki's next.
All right, let's move to swords and try and step past patients.
Yeah, you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say that you get to. We'll just say that you get to this first person.
Stand in the muck.
And I want to make with the stabby, slashy.
Stabby, slashy.
Now I only get one sword because I have to draw. Is that correct?
Did you? I play it this way. If you drop your rifle to pull your two swords, I allow you to do
Which
that.
I do.
That means that your rifle is just on the ground over here. And then I'm fine with you being like draw. I'm fine with that. If you were to like holster your rifle, then it would be one sword. But if you want to be able to take your two attacks, because I think you could take one as a bonus action or something like that, as an offhand attack, you can. So first attack.
And they look super beat up, right?
They look both very, very like they're gonna die if a stiff wind blows them over.
So let's go one at each.
You don't have to announce that beforehand. You can simply say, okay, my first attack, and then if that misses, you can then attack that same one again. Or if it hits, then you move it over.
All right.
Yeah.
The one in front of patients. 13, I believe that's an 18.
18. Yes?
Yep.
Yeah,
18.
18 hits. You literally can't not kill them. So they have one hit point left. So that one goes down.
Second one, also 18.
All right, and so
it is weird how often those dice have rolled identically.
Yeah,
this is the best night of rolling Greg has had in his entire life.
It is.
For
Greg
real.
has killed
I'm
a lot
gonna
of
touch
these
myself
Kenku.
inappropriately as soon as the podcast is over.
Why wait? It's Twitch, man. Let's just let it go. I'm sure I won't get banned.
We need some views, Greg. Come on.
So in that moment, now that it's the Kenku's turn, he's like, "Oh shit! Yeah, I surrender," and he immediately drops his sword and drops down to his knees. It is technically Patience or Trapper's, or it's Patience's turn next. He doesn't move or anything. He just drops down and like holds up his hands.
I think Patience is probably like breathing hard, hair disheveled, and just kind of holds her turn, like waiting for him to attack.
Yeah. So Patience readies. Trapper, you're a cat.
I'm just like,
yeah, you're a cat. And so this is gonna be Skataki's call. He's down on his knees, surrendering. Do you tie him up? Do you do something with him? Do you threaten him? What do you say to that?
Who are you asking?
All
of us?
You cut out a little bit.
It's Skataki, since you're holding action,
Okay, so
and one of you is wild.
so
feline.
sword tip under his chin. You've got some explaining to do right fucking now.
Okay.
I drool performatively.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
19 becomes 22.
Ooh, that's gonna work. All right, we are going to go back. First, I'm going to change over because we're out of combat, so we're going to go back to the normal overlay, and we're going to transfer back to Caspi Farm. Caspi Farm, 2 members.
Star wipe back to the farm.
Star wipe back to the farm.
Meanwhile,
Luke's uncle has been.
I
and
imagine that as
burned
actually
down.
a picture of stars swiping.
Star just swipes.
Star
I was
paw
thinking the
hand.
same thing.
Yeah, just whoop.
Star, no
Smiling
swiping. Star, no swiping.
like the
So
episode of Home Improvement.
Star, Barry, and
Do I have to roll a
Cross.
sleight of hand check for that transition effect?
Yeah.
No, you're but you're not just you're extremely capable in it, so +4. No, no, you don't have to roll sleight of hand for that.
Good, I got a nat 1.
Razzle.
You fall out of the screen, breaking the fourth wall.
Breaking the fourth wall. You've fallen out of frame. We are back with Barry,
Right.
Krav, and Star, and 2 tied up Kenku. Well, 1 tied up Kenku, 1 restrained Kenku that Krav just threatened, really, like being like, "Where are the Caspies?" if I recall correctly, and it's like,
Yeah, that's right.
and your intimidation was good, so he's like, they're just okay. You go into that closet over there, and you turn
Show
a
me!
knob.
And I'm gonna pick him up and drag him toward the closet.
Oh God! Rolling will not to wet himself. You see like a little bit of like white watery goop come out of his pant leg because it's cloaca, and so he wets himself a little bit on the show me. Trapper cannot spell it because he's across town.
Our streak has not been broken.
I rolled a 3
Ugh.
on that. So he's like, oh God, and everything, and he goes and he finds like this little like bottle, and then tips it, and then like a stone section of the floor opens up, and there's stairs down into the basement, the hidden basement of the Caspi home, and he's like, "We just had him down there. We just needed them out of the way for a few days. The job wasn't to kill him. And, if we were going to play him, we'd have to ask, like, how would they react
I'm gonna
to things?"
lift him up and then slam him against the wall
For damage.
and go. Are there any other Kenku down there?
No, absolutely not. You can roll insight if you want on that. 60 Kenku. Wait for you in
Natural
the
20.
Natural 20. There are definitely no Kenku down there. Absolutely not. And with a nat 20, I'm going to say that you also get the instinct that they didn't ever plan for anyone to go down in the basement. So it's not like prepped with traps or anything like that.
I'm going to.
He's like, no. There's nothing down there. It's absolutely, it's the Caspies and the guy, and then the other guy, Caspies and the other guy. They're all.
I'm gonna tie him up and then
The other guy.
drop him down.
What does he mean by the other guy?
He drops down. I'm gonna roll a dex save for him. He takes that drop super hard, and he goes unconscious. So he falls down these kind of like little like sharp turn stairs and just does not land well, and falls unconscious at the bottom on the other guy. So you don't know who the other guy is because he's unconscious from that guy. There's still the other one tied up that's like sitting in the living room.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab him and go up to him like, what does he mean, the other guy down there?
I'm already checking Ma's pockets, by the way, trying to see if there's any
We'll
information.
get to what they have. We'll get to what they have in a moment. He takes a moment to think about it, and he's like, The other, the good hammer. Good hammer's down there. Good hammer is down there. Good hammer is down in the Caspi basement. We cast good. We brought good hammer down there. We finally fucked up, and we brought him down there. You can roll insight on that, Barry. I would recommend it as your GM. Probably. You roll insight on that.
18.
You think he thinks he's telling the truth at least. You don't know that he's telling the truth as far as like it doesn't make any sense, but he believes that he's telling you the truth.
Well, let's go. I'm gonna basically hoist him up and drag him downstairs.
I love these portable kankus for your group of giants, where they're just like these like 4'8" kankus that you're just like moving around like ornery children. And everything, just like...
I mean, they have hollow bones. They're probably light as hell.
They weigh nothing. They weigh nothing. So they go down. You go down with you. Does Star go down as well with Barry and Krav, or does Star stay upstairs?
I'm still trying to figure out what's going on, or if there's any like...
Too.
Yeah, I'm staying upstairs.
So Star stays upstairs.
I'm kind of looking around the house, trying to figure out if there's any evidence of what's going on, like in their 3-day or couple day encampment in this house.
We will get to what Star is doing, what Star is finding in there in a bit, but you get downstairs. Downstairs is a normal farm cellar basement. It is mostly stonework, but there's with some mortar, but it's kind of older and it's cracked, and so there's like a little bit of dirt. It's super dusty down here. There's a small window that's kind of toward the back of the farm that like provides some air passageway through, but it's closed and everything. Otherwise, it's one giant great room that you can see. Off in the right corner is the unconscious but tied to chairs back to back forms of what you knew visually to be Ma and Pa Caspi. They are clearly breathing. You can kind of see the dust swirls move around them a little bit in the light that's going through the window and kind of casting a bit on them in this morning. There's also, but there's another thing, and that's the thing that's more interesting. In a cage that is marked by runes surrounding it, in a chair in the center, looking up when the two of you walk down, is the fey form that you saw for a blink of Fredrickson Goodhammer. Looking at you,
son of a
being
bitch!
Like, you motherfuckers. God damn it. I pay so much money to so much staff. Oh, wait, I don't have to do the accent anymore. I pay so much money to so much staff for this, and I never get what I pay for. I never get it. Fuck. You're the last people I want to see and everything. And there, upstairs, upstairs.
Quentin Ferrantino.
I'm gonna shout, Star! You gotta come see this. It's too good.
All right, I'm at
while
the
you're
stairs.
doing the investigation, I'll have you roll your investigation. Roll
quick as I can.
investigation with advantage,
Okay.
just so that we can tell you what you kind of found while you were upstairs.
Yeah, so that would be a 19.
19. All right, so you find a little bit of stolen goods that you imagine are stolen because they look like they're full sealed bottles that you would get at like a bar. They're not in a liquor cabinet. Some booze. You find some small coin purses. You find a few other valuables stuffed away in a box. You don't find any like plans or orders or anything like that, or like journals or anything. You just find like some valuables that clearly the Kankus took. Some of it looks like it's probably the Caspies, and then others look like it's like pickpocketing type stuff. They're normal like thievery.
Yeah, if anything that I would assume would be the Caspies, or even just like not be sure it wouldn't be, I wouldn't touch. But everything else, I guess I'll pick up.
All right. With that on my table. you find what is essentially about 15 gold worth of various sundries, silvers, coppers, like a nice watch that you could pawn. You might get a little bit more for it if you negotiate on that, but like going rate about 15 gold worth of stuff. Things that you can find. You know it's not the Caspies because it's engraved to somebody else. But a nice little pocket watch that's engraved to somebody else. And then when you run downstairs, there's Fredrickson Goodhammer sitting in the circle of containment inside of a physical cage as well, sitting on a chair, just looking and seeing you come downstairs. It's like, and he's just cursing up a storm. He's like, fucking shit, god damn it. I don't want to be. All right. What do I have to do to get you to let me out of this goddamn trap? And he sits there like with his hand out. He's not like bound. He's bound by the cage and by the circle, but he doesn't have like arm or leg bounds.
Right. He's not shackled.
Yeah. He's like, what do I have to do?
Well, you're gonna have to help us stop this thing happening.
Yeah.
Sits and he thinks
I'm
about
with
it.
that.
You're gonna stop this thing from happening. You're gonna return the land to everyone in this town, and you're gonna get out of town, or we're gonna leave you here to rot.
Roll intimidation or persuasion.
And
go on.
You are going to have to give us some of your fortune and a bowl of meat.
Meat. He's like,
is that gonna count as him helping me?
Yeah, that's help.
Advantage.
Intimidation with advantage, and I think you use your strength modifier for intimidation, Barry.
Okay. Let me.
I think we discussed you doing that because you're gonna intimidate people.
Well,
physically.
I rolled a nat 20, so that's 26.
All right, nat 20, and he goes. All right. I can help you guys out. I can get you a bowl of meat. I can get you some money. Most of my wealthy things are back at the mansion, and so we'll just have to go back there. I'm sure it's fine.
About that.
And so
About that.
we're gonna cut from there back over to the cathedral and the other crew. So Skataki, Patience, and Trapper, you have one Kenku that has surrendered and everything. And Skataki, you had threatened them successfully just before we cut off and everything, and so they are cloaking their pants. They're like, oh god, what do you need to know? What?
Bird droppings contained.
Yeah. What do you need to know?
I need to know what you're doing here. I need to know what you did with the original Molly. I need to know what the fuck you Kenku want with the end. Shit, I'm sorry, I forgot. What's the name of Water's Wealth?
Water's Wealth.
So he sits there and he's like, all right. So me,
All right.
and all right. Me and
Him go.
me and the company. We were brought on here to deal with something that your mayor hasn't really talked about on Water's Wealth. We were hired to do a job. Apparently something's going to go down in the 2 full moons, and so we had to pay us a pretty penny to do it. He wasn't too big on the details of it. He was kind of close to the vest on it. And then our commander, he got wind of it, and then, of course, we saw an opportunity for ourselves. And so we started investigating and looking around, taking a little bit off the top here and there while we're doing it. And we see this like dwarf guy, and he's sneaking around where we're looking around for the job we've been hired. So, we have a negotiation with him. He's not playing ball with us and everything. So we figure the best way we can do this is that we can take positions in all of the places that people need to deal with this problem. And then maybe the day of, we renegotiate a little contract, we deal with the problem, and everything. And as far as where Molly is, Molly wasn't here when we came in. It was a little bit of quick acting on my buddy's dead corpse's part right over there. He quickly changed into Molly, and they're like, "Oh, you're back from vacation or some bullshit, and you're back from your walkabout." And so we're like, "Yeah, that's totally what happened." So we don't know where Molly is.
So the dwarf wasn't the person who hired you initially. Who was?
Your mayor, your magister. Your magister hired us. Hired us straight up to deal with this problem that's apparently going to happen in the 2 full moons. Like some sort of beast monster is going to come from the netherworld. And so he hired us because he knows we, deal in dark magics.
Okay, turn around. Your wings behind your back. We're going to tie you up now.
He glares at you as a Kenku because Kenku don't have wings. And he's
That's why I said
it feels like an insult.
Damn.
He's like, fuck you. And he puts his arms behind his back. Puts his arms behind his back to do it, to deal with that. And so yeah, that's what he's told you about it. He doesn't really have a lot more information. If you ask him more questions to dive into the same, he's gonna have that as his response. And he looks around and everything, and he's like, I could just, if you guys need some money, we don't have to get law enforcement involved in this. We could just, you killed a bunch of my friends, I tried to kill you, bygones be bygones, come on.
Oh, no, don't think this is personal. I'm not going to wring your scrawny little neck, but we might need you further down the line, so you're going to come with us for a bit.
Oh, fuck. I am not going to get... I'm not going to have a good time when I return to the camp, I have a feeling. And he sort of slumps his shoulders and lowers his head and everything. All right, we're getting close to the end, but like that's all he really has. Do you all want to look around in the room or anything like that? Do you want to?
Yeah. Let's search the room.
Investigate.
Wait, what have the civilians done during all of this?
Yeah, I too am wondering that.
So the civilians are I'm playing it realistically. When the fighting actually started out in the opening and the shots happened, the civilians ran. I just didn't want to move all of their little pieces, so the civilians aren't actually. So the church, as far as you know, is empty. The cathedral is empty, but they did run away. So you do have the instinct that what they'll probably do is go get somebody. So yeah. You don't have infinite time here, but you've got
limited time.
The
okay.
cathedral's
I just
want to
invest
the jailhouse, so
yeah. I just want to investigate the room that we're in.
All right.
I rolled a 16.
He 16. All right. So you see a quick little journal in Molly's desk. In Molly's desk, the journal has a few entries about kind of putting a little bit of a guilt heat on people to make sure that they're giving their appropriate tithe, some rumors about people that aren't appropriately worshiping the right God, stuff like that. With a 16, you do see that there seems to be some sort of cryptography code in there with numbers and letters, but you don't really know what that has to do, but it is in Molly's handwriting. And then you also see that there is in the desk a half-done letter, but it is in Kangu. And so I don't know if anyone can read Kangu or has the ability to read random letters in the Trapper's.
Well, we have a friend who can read it to us. I'm gonna I want to write down what the code is into book to be determined later. To look at later.
It would be easier for you to pull the page or do something. When I say that it's a cryptic code, I mean it's like a page front and back with like lots of numbers and letters in almost like a table form, like an Excel table form, but written down.
Okay, then I will cut that page out because I'm interested in that. That seemed weird. It might just be like weird gossip or whatever, but just you never know. And then I'd like to take that letter.
You gonna take it? You gonna you gonna have him read it here? Or you gonna
My
have him
plan
read it
is
later?
to have the Kenku. Up to you whether you want to do it now or later.
We can do it now. Yeah, just enough time.
Okay, then I.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna need you to read this. Tell me what this says.
Ah, fuck. So.
Don't fucking lie. No lying.
Everyone just assumes Kenku always lie all the time, and admittedly, we do a lot in our group, but not all Kenku. Just saying. Just
think you might lie because you just were lying about who you were and what you were doing.
I suppose that's fair. I suppose it's fair. Anyway, this letter is it's update report to our boss. The letter basically says that no one has seen them. We haven't seen hide nor hair of Molly. Nobody's seen us. Nobody seemed to notice that we're all 4.5 to 5 feet tall, and everything, which makes me worry about the nutrition for Water's Wealth and what kids are growing up on. There's an update there, and that's all. That's everything.
How long have you been here?
We've been here a few days, or about a week installed here. I mean, we came in about 2 nights after the camp arrived, or a few nights after the camp arrived.
All right, that's all I need.
And so,
we should probably find everyone else.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of a DM help here.
The...
You might want to roll insight on this one.
Oh, right. Duh. My insight is not high, so everyone else. I only rolled a 10.
Yeah, you're all there, so you can all roll insight. It's not like that was a private conversation.
Skataki or Capper, one of roll.
Okay. 10. Yes.
That's what I rolled. God damn it.
All right, and then unless
Trapper,
Trapper
please.
rolled.
What was it a roll for? Sorry.
Insight.
Try
14.
See if he's lying. All right, I'm going to roll his deception.
Oh.
As far as you know, he's not leaving anything out. And as far as the game audience knows, and me prompting you as a DM, he's absolutely leaving something out. But we'll find out what he left out on the next episode of Through the Mill. Congratulations, you all got through some combat together. I was not expecting Greg to roll well. That's not what I bet on. So him just plugging up before people could get in the room, him just plugging out multiple things.
No scope. For real.
And then but congratulations. Thank you for joining us with Through the Mill. Every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, we will be here with the actual plays. This episode had a little bit of streaming trouble, so you'll find a complete version of it recorded over on the YouTube here fairly shortly. That's youtube.com/dyingofexposure. Remember to follow us. Follow us on social media at Dying of Exposure. But mostly I want to thank my posse. Thank you for joining me in this experiment of what splitting the party with battle maps is. This was weird, but you all got a nice little combat out of it.
I think it went really smoothly.
I think it did. You all did very well. I'd like to do my shout outs while we're streaming because I think it's more fun. I'd like to thank Dandy as Krav for acting as a human fucking meat shield, preventing any of those other Kenku from getting the star or a berry so that they could focus on the bosses. I'd like to thank Barry for killing...
That's a Dragonborn meat shield. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Dragonborn meat shield. Sorry. I'd like to thank Barry for immediately taking more than half of one of the boss's lives and doing that. Also, I don't want to forget Dandy's double 20 roll on the 20 roll, because I was gonna have one for it's like, all right, one's if you get back up, and then the other one's like how much you get to do when you get back up and how much you get, and then 2 20s. I'm like, I guess you just get everything. You get everything. I'd like to congratulate Greg on having his best night of rolling he's ever had in his life. You killed many a bird person, and that last-minute dig on the Kenku not having wings. Trapper, I'd like to congratulate.
I have.
I'd like to congratulate you on not having a or not going into Wendigo form, because it made that battle much longer rather than your 3 attacks as a Wendigo. But I also liked it too because it meant that they weren't doing that. I'd like to congratulate Camille on getting 2 wild magic surges, neither of which really did anything that bad. One of them did good.
Consecutive. 2 consecutive magic wells. Yeah, that was.
Star.
Got a little greasy there.
Star.
Yeah.
Had you not done the medicine check, Krav would not have had the opportunity to pop back up like that. It would have been just to stabilize. So you doing that was very, very effective. And I think I have complimented everyone, or backhandedly complimented everyone. So thank you very much. We'll see you next week on Through the Mill from Dying of Exposure. You all have a good night.
Don't forget to ring that bell.
Y'all come back now, you hear?
That was good.
Stopping streaming and